Hello everybody, welcome to Montezuma. It's a sunny day, 45 degrees, a little breezy, not terribly so. Oh, I see a northern harrier. Not very close. We're going to let it go. Welcome everybody. Seen a fair number of species since I arrived. We'll get to that. Since I arrived, I have seen or heard quite a few species, including that northern harrier we just saw. But I've seen a couple great blue herons, some ring-billed gulls, turkey vultures, an osprey. What else? Yes, green-winged teals, a couple, let me see, what else? Well, there were a couple northern pintails, tree swallows, one song sparrow, and northern shovelers, several northern shovelers, quite a few actually, and, hold on one second. Look like more green-winged teals. Guess that's about it. So like I said, it's a little bit, just a little bit breezy. Nice day. I mean, a little too, definitely too sunny for my taste, but because of the long distances cause us issues. But things are opening back up. Red-winged blackbird, I did see one of those. At least. Hold on a second. The visitor center is open today. And I believe Dolph posted on Facebook, or at least on MeWe, a Facebook posting, I should say, regarding the visitor center opening back up and everything. And apparently, the weekends are going to be difficult in terms of having enough staff to keep them open. And that's actually been, I don't know if that's so much a COVID-related thing, really. I kind of doubt it, because even, you may recall, even a couple years ago, it seemed like they were often closed on Saturdays. They just didn't have the volunteers. Oh, I did hear an American crow. Forgot about that. So welcome, everybody. We are now returning for the first time since November to Wildlife Drive. Anyway, it was nice to have. I did walk in the visitor center, and not much going on in there, and the small gift shop is closed today anyway. No one was in there, and I have a feeling that's a staffing issue, but I may be wrong. I don't know at all the gentleman behind the who was behind the desk. Not that I really know everybody, but I've seen people in the past, and I'd recognize them, and they'd recognize me, and not necessarily knowing each other by name, but, you know, at least recognizing, oh, this person's a regular or these people are regularly here as staff, volunteer staff. And I see a couple people here ahead of us. Now, I don't know if they really should be out on foot, but they are, and they seem to be focused on something, kind of, sort of. Maybe I'm wrong. I mean, do they see something in particular? I don't know. I believe I may have just heard a swamp sparrow, maybe. Oh, I just heard a song sparrow. If they're focused on any particular sighting, I don't see what they might be looking at. The ospreys are definitely back. Maybe not all of them, but as I was driving in, there were ospreys flying around, and actually, as I was driving up, a little bit out of the area, I saw an osprey carrying a stick, and then when I arrived here, I was driving along, and I saw an osprey flying along. Very quickly took a stick from pulled a stick from a tree, and then was flying right around. So they're busy. Up ahead, I do see some white on the ground. I'm guessing swans, but I don't know. We'll find out eventually, unless they fly away before we get there. Like I said, 45 degrees, so it's not exactly warm. And it's not even, warmer than it had been earlier, weeks ago. But it's warmer than it has been the last couple days. I do see a couple Canada geese up ahead as well. Maybe we'll get to them. My own bird watching this week has been quiet. Not that I haven't done any bird watching, I just haven't seen anything, out of the ordinary. By the way, I did eventually post the extended video of the snow geese we saw on the 20th, March 20th, on YouTube. If you're interested, it included. There's a turkey vulture there in the air. It included the takeoff and maybe even a slightly higher quality, just video processing quality. Anyway, we just saw the Canada geese, and are those snow geese or are they swans? Hold on. They look like snow geese. Hi, snow geese. You may think it odd that they're here. I think it's kind of odd that they're here, but not necessarily, I wouldn't say it's unprecedented. I've seen that before, and we've seen it together before. You know, with instances where, you know, a few, not huge numbers of snow geese will hang around here for about a while. Now, you know, it's possible there's an injury, and all three are here for maybe one being injured, but maybe they've just decided to stay around. Now, I could turn the car around and try to give us some close-ups, but they're cute. We've seen quite a bit in terms of snow geese over the last couple weeks, so not that I'm tired of them, I'm not. They look well. We're going to move on. I wanted to speak to you about something. You know, I didn't process really any video from last week, and I had thought to do so, and I was debating in my mind whether or not to do it. And what I wanted to produce was some of the video of the common ravens we saw at, you know, the former red-tailed hawk cliff nest. And I think those are shovelers, but I'm not sure. It came to my attention after we had visited them that there are concerns, legitimate concerns, about too much activity stressing the ravens, because that had happened before with the cliff nest hawks. I hadn't been aware of that, but it had. And, you know, I don't want that to happen, and I don't want me to cause such stress, and I don't want me to be the reason other people might visit that nest area and cause stress for those birds, or for any birds. As you may recall, I am very much opposed to stressing a bird in any way. And I mean, you've seen many times when, for instance, we'll be at Sapsucker Woods, and actually there are a few turkey vultures in the air right now. But we'll wait, for instance, while at Sapsucker, for a bird to move along on its own, rather than us, you know, barging through on the trails and frightening it off as if we just don't care. So I mean, that's been my, you know, my whole viewpoint on such things all along. And, you know, I don't want to lead to any stress. So, you know, I kept thinking about it and concluded that I am going to return there. However, red-winged blackbird. Oh, who's that? Someone just flew in. I think a sparrow. You know, if by any chance that leads to stress in any way, I will stop going there. And looks like a song sparrow. And if I find that other people are going there and stressing the birds, I'll do anything I can to get them to stop, because that's not what we're about. And, you know, too often people do everything they can and they don't care about the birds because they want a special picture. I've seen that, I've learned of that happening and seen that happening. What is that? At the Finger Lakes Regional Airport, you know, because someone wants a picture of an owl in flight, snowy owl. Sure, I want one too, but I'm not going to do anything to make it move. I'd rather just be fortunate enough to catch it in action, just be in the right place at the right time. And but you know, some people don't share such a viewpoint. But again, I'm not like that. I absolutely, what did I just see land? I absolutely refuse to do such a thing, and I don't want to bother anything. So that's going to be my approach going forward regarding, that's a northern pintail there. See that white breast? That's a good marker for us when we don't have necessarily the very best view because of distance or whatever. But that white breast, now you don't get that white breast, I don't believe you do, in you know, when it's in non-breeding colors, but we are in breeding colors. So all right, let's switch cameras. I want to look at some more distant things. So anyway, that's how I'm going to be approaching that situation. We're going to tread very lightly, and you know, that's how it is. You know, and over the years, for instance, there are people who, for the hawks on campus, you know, oh, I see, hold on one second. This is through the wind, well, maybe not through the windshield, hold on. Well, I'm gonna have to go through the windshield. I can't see when I put the camera out there. Number of great blue herons. It's a regular convention out there. These look like shovelers. I believe I'm hearing a lot of pintails, but I'm not positive. We'll be switching cameras momentarily as soon as I stop interrupting myself. Anyway, I mean, we've seen, or I've heard stories about people, you know, whistling up at the juvenile red-tailed hawks in Big Red's nest because they wanted a better look. They wanted the bird to, you know, the hawk to look at them. I mean, that's wrong. Okay. I won't name names. I think I know who it is, but I don't know. Okay, this I think is just litter right here. But I just want to have a closer look just in case. Yeah, it looks like some kind of litter or something. Okay. And, lots of sunshine, so it's not making things very easy. You hear Canada geese. There's a shoveler, and I thought I saw something in the air, but I see it. Hold on. That looks like a bald eagle to me. Okay, we'll let that go. It's not close. I've told you my own rule, and you know, not that I won't look, but if I can, well, I did see it with the naked eye, but if something is, you know, out of view in terms of the naked eye, it's not a rule, it's just the result I'm going to get. Chances are it's not going to be a very good recording if even if I zoom in and everything, just because of the distance and everything. I'm not seeing that many Canada geese, but they're certainly vocal, whoever's speaking. Shovelers. There are other ducks in there, but it's hard to see them from here. Those look like they might be, are they green-winged teals maybe? I think so. Yeah, there's that white shoulder stripe. I also saw that lighter creamy area near the rear. On the male anyway. Alright, let's adjust. These pintails maybe? I believe so, yes. Northern pintails. Shovelers back there. There's also vegetation that's not making easy. I mean, between the distance and that other vegetation in the way, things are tough. You know, let's face it, very often things are difficult here. Well, almost everywhere we go up here, it's difficult. You know, I was thinking on my way here about, you know, the snow geese that we saw a couple weeks ago, and you know, so often they've been far away, or the light's been bad, or both, or whatever, and really that was such a great opportunity that day because the light was in our favor, and they weren't too far away. I'm not sure who are those gadwalls, I think? They might be. Yeah, I believe they are. That's my guess. Could be wrong. Been wrong before. And that looks like... Okay, see that one at center screen with the dark head? Let's have it turn a little bit more. Now you might think... Well, I'm still wondering, actually. It's hard to tell. The color's tough. I believe that's a ringneck duck, but I'm not positive. It's hard to tell if that flank is all what... Oh, that's... I think it is a little bit brighter at the... Oh. Goose? I don't know. What startled them? Everyone took off, but it seems like... Oh, wait, hold on. I don't know if this is the same eagle. And it doesn't seem to be flying after anybody. Right, back to ground level. think these are ring-billed. I'm not oh, I don't know. I don't know. Who are you? Oh, that could be. Is that a blue-winged teal? Where'd it go? I believe it is. May be wrong, but I believe that is. And I just saw, I believe, a heron, great blue heron, with a fish, apparently, or something. Looks like it has a fish. Okay, let me take a quick look with binoculars. That eagle is still flying around. There are other herons nearby. And we've seen a grouping of herons up ahead. We haven't really looked at them yet, but... Alright, we're going to move on, I think. Anyway, I continue to consider that sighting we had a couple weeks ago of the snow geese to be special, if only because of just the conditions being right for good looks, and and they had a takeoff and everything, and it was just nice with the way things worked. So anyway, when I decided to put, so much of the footage on YouTube, I thought, well, yeah, maybe it's overkill for some people, but at least if anyone's really interested, they get a chance to see and just maybe get some sense of the experience we had when we were there, or at least I had when I was there. And the thing is, if you're watching it and it proves to be too much, well, don't watch it all. Just watch what you want. Now, in terms of Wildlife Drive, we're early in the season, and maybe late in the season. Meaning, in terms of like ducks, for instance, maybe they've already, for the most part, passed through. I don't know. I think they probably have. Up in the air, up higher, let me see what it is. I'm not sure if it's an osprey or not. Shoot, no, I can't see. There's something up in the air. I'm not sure what it is, and it's getting farther away. I don't know if it was an osprey or not. So I'm going to let it go because I'm not having any luck finding it for this camera. Now, okay, so people are looking. Let's stop right here for a moment. You know what? Let's go on. I don't like the angle. Although in a way I like it, but bunch of cars here. Nice to see. Of course, Wildlife Drive was open last year. It was just the visitor center that was closed. Well, I should say the visitor center, the public restrooms, everything. Let's take a look at some of the herons, not necessarily all of them. Gull. Looks like a ringbill just flew by. Anyway, ring-billed. I believe so, anyway. So we're looking at great blue herons. We're on Wildlife Drive in Montezuma. If you're just joining us, let's look at some of the ducks that are to the left. Not sure what they are. I haven't looked at them. Not sure. I think they might be gadwalls. Look like them. That's a northern pintail right there. More gadwalls, I believe. Another shoveler. I believe I'm hearing a note from a song sparrow, maybe two. I see one, but I can't get it because of where it is, and it just moved. You might get a look at it. And it moved on. I don't see it now. Didn't get it in time. Farther out, there's some something in the water. Not sure what they are. Oh, I see American widgeons. That looked like a bufflehead to me. Female bufflehead, I believe. And I see, those look like canvasbacks with those white flanks and reddish heads. And also, well, the females aren't making it easy, but... There's a male bufflehead, well, up and down. But these are canvasbacks, nice to see. Another bufflehead in the background there. Another bufflehead. Oh, there it was. Oh, and who's that? I think we have ringneck ducks there too, but let's wait until that. Oh, looked away. We're going to move forward and maybe get a better look. I believe we are looking also at ringneck ducks there. Let's move forward. The great blue herons seem to have attracted a nice crowd of people, just watching them, taking photographs. No surprise. Hearing a red-winged blackbird. Oh, thanks. Alright, let's keep going. Let's keep going. Just heard a song sparrow. You know, it's great to be back on Wildlife Drive, but by no means would I say that, okay, all the birds have returned. There are various species that have, well, I'm not saying they're not here, but I certainly haven't seen or heard them. Pretty birdie. Okay, now, let's look. Who else is here if we can figure that out? So again, we definitely have some American widgeons here. Oh, those are mallards. Mallards right there. And we saw the canvasbacks already. Let's see if we can see if we can determine that anybody else is out there. You can see the sun gives us problems. This is why I prefer a cloudy day. unless the sun is just right or the distances are short. I believe those are ringneck ducks. It's hard to tell. You know, it looks almost like the flank, like their entire flanks, their sides are light, but I'm not so sure. I think they are. I think it is a little bit brighter at that shoulder, like it would be for a ringneck duck with that triangular shape. It's just because of the sun and the distance, things are washed out a bit. All right, let's continue in a moment. There's a muskrat here. I just can't get it. We've got too much vegetation in the way. By the way, a scheduling note. I was looking at my own schedule for the next, month or so, and in a couple weeks I may have to skip the tour. Something just flew over. Not next week. I think next week should be okay, but I think the following weekend I might not be able to have the tour. Sorry, it's just the way scheduling works. Every week, for the most part, we're lucky I've been able to do this, but sometimes other things come up. Other responsibilities. So, a bunch of canvasbacks out. Oh, see, buffleheads. Who is that? That looks like a pied-billed grebe by the shape of it. And I just saw in the air a double-crested cormorant. I'm not going to be able to get it. At least I don't believe so. No, oh, maybe it's coming back. Hold on. I think it. Oh, maybe it's not a cormorant. Is it? Oh, it might not be. Might not be. So I take it back for now. No, I don't think it is. No, it is not. Never mind. So anyway, I think next week should be okay scheduling-wise, but the following week I may have a scheduling conflict, just so as you know. I try to keep you informed. Song sparrow again, singing nicely today. I hope I'm not frightening those mallards. Sorry. They're not very, very close, but you see mallards often, and maybe you take them for granted a little bit, but you look at them, they're very pretty themselves. Hold on. Up ahead on the right, I do see a bald eagle, and we may get a look at it. It's in a tree. Oh, here's a bufflehead, and if we're lucky, we might get a look at it, although it's doing the very inconvenient diving thing. Come on, where are you? Shoot, having a hard time finding it. You know, here's the problem. Oh, there it was. Is? There. You know, when you're looking at water, sometimes there are no markers or anything to judge. Hold still. Oh, and another one. Hold on. So there are a couple here. At least a couple. Oh, you know, it's not fair. Hold still. It's a little better. There are at least two here, males, alternately diving and getting farther away now. One just left. Oh, and a female came along. So these are buffleheads, a kind of a small duck. That was the female that just dove and we missed her. Something just, hold on, something is here. Just popped up, whatever it is. It may be just material that's, you know, vegetable debris of some sort, but I don't think so. Could it be a turtle or something? At least I don't believe I saw it before. We're going to move on. Nice to see the buffleheads. Did see some buffleheads as I drove up here. I believe that eagle is still in the tree. We may get a good look. It's not very close. Meant to talk to you about the show I've been telling you about, and that is Tripping the Niagara. Well, it aired last night, and I didn't see it, and I wanted to see it, but couldn't see it. I was busy anyway, but I mean, I even if I had had the time, I apparently couldn't see it. And Dolph was good enough to post a link on MeWe today, and I checked it out, and sure enough, couldn't watch it. It's just not available, at least not yet. So I'm hoping to eventually hear from the producers and see if there's going to be any way by which I'd be able to see it. And if I can share it with other people, I will do that as well. But we'll see. Time will tell. It's a pied-billed grebe there at center screen, and I'm not sure who this is at. Is it a ringneck duck maybe? Might be. Right here, I'm not sure. That's what I'm thinking. Apparently, I didn't know until I think yesterday, another grebe, that the Tripping the Niagara program would have no narration, no music. It was just going to be the natural sounds, and it's a 3-hour long program, and I think it might be very relaxing and enjoyable. And I'd definitely like to see it, even if I didn't have any of my own footage included. I'd like to see it. It sounds like a nice, relaxing thing to watch. I see 2 crows, by the way. Make it 3. Make it 3. American crows. Hear them. Oh, we have ringneck ducks here, I think. Closer, yeah. Come on. 4 of them. Kind of snoozy. See how there's that, here's we're getting a nice close look, so you can see, I often mention, it's kind of gray on the side, but it's that white spike. From a distance, it almost looked like not like a perfect triangle, but more triangular in nature. And that, at least for the males, helps me to distinguish them from scops. Kind of sleepy. Oh, and there's somebody else near them. Who's this? hold on. Oh, maybe not. Okay, there are 5, not 4. These 4, and then the one female who's over here. So this female seems to be not so snoozy. Now she's diving. Let's see if she pops back up. That's not fair. Oh, that's not fair either. We're going to move on. It's nice to see the ringnecks. It's too bad they're not like, you know, just up and around rather than snoozing. This one is, but keeps diving. Alright, we're going to move on. Oh, a couple buffleheads. I don't know if we already looked at them or not. Oh, I just saw a belted kingfisher. Hold on. Hold on. Unfortunately, we've got heat shimmer here bothering us, but that's a nice look anyway. It would be a great look. Well, not great, but it would be a good look. Okay. Alright, let's continue the repositioning. And this is good right here. I don't know where the kingfisher looked, or when. I looked away for a moment. Peekaboo. Not a great look because of, well, not just the branch, but because of the heat shimmer. I can't remember exactly where there is a nest in the area, or at least there was one last year. I don't see it now. The kingfisher is back where it was. Hold on. Let's see if I can get it. It's a little bit more difficult now. Okay, I don't see it. I'm waiting just in case it goes right back to that same perch on the pole. All right, we're gonna move on. Hold on, I've got to wait for somebody. I don't know if no one else seems to be either seeing or at least paying attention to that eagle. We saw it. Oh, I see the nest. Hold on one second. I see the nest, but I can no longer see. I'm going to switch cameras. I don't believe. Maybe we can. Hold on. The nest is here. It was back farther in, and I couldn't see it as a result. But seems to be an eagle on it. And the other bald eagle may have. I don't know what tree it was in. Oh, is that it up there? Yes. There it is. So, eagle nest, and have a couple eagles in the. And who's this in the air? Hold on one second. Probably, if I had to guess. Let me look with binoculars. I'll bet they're turkey vultures. Good bet. Okay, those were turkey vultures that I didn't really show you. But two of them. 3, 4, actually maybe 4 of them. More shovelers to our left. And there's a woman here. She looks like she's, if anything, she's pointing at the eagle in the tree. Not on the nest. Yes. We're going to keep going. I wouldn't mind a better look at the eagle, but I think with sunshine the way it is and distances, I think we're not going to get a great look there. Hold on, something in the air. I'm not sure what it is. Oh, might be a rough-legged hawk. I'm not sure. Would ya? Okay, it's getting more difficult for us to see, and we've got a Jeep in our way. I think we're going to have to get around it. Sorry, I'm having a hard time here. Wait, hold on. I see something else in the air. I think it's a second one. And this one's closer, but come on, come our way, would ya? Shoot, we gotta go. Alright, right here, just in case. If I can find it. Come on, Ferris, come on. Oh, that might not be. That looks more like Northern Harrier. Okay, I believe that is. And as for the rough-legged hawk, I don't see it any longer. Battery's getting low. I do see these geese. Hi, geese. Canada geese. You know, actually, we've seen a decent variety here today, if you think about it. Canada geese, song sparrows, snow geese, rough-legged hawk, bald eagle, canvasbacks, ringneck ducks, buffleheads, mallards, gadwalls, northern shovelers, green-winged teals. I think we saw a blue-winged teal. I was pretty sure that was a blue-winged teal. Ring-billed gulls, great blue herons, American crows, red-winged blackbirds, yes, we said Canada geese. You're welcome. tree swallows, we did see those too. Or at least I did. Not much going on here. I mean, there are a couple geese, including the ones I believe that were just vocalizing. I mean, I did see an osprey, you know, as I drove in, but I haven't seen one since we started. I think we'll switch cameras. I did not check to see if there were snowy owls in the usual places. I mean, it's so late, but you know, we just saw a rough-legged hawk, so who knows? Maybe they're around. But I did not stop at the airport or at Saybolt Road. Maybe I should have. I didn't. A lot of cars behind me. Hold on, let me look. Yeah, quite a few. Really no surprise. I mean, you know, depending on your point of view and everything, you might say, well, look, of course, it's a nice day. Why not? Okay, I think I do see some cormorants in the air. Oh, come on. Stupid wire. Change the battery. Why change the battery? Don't need to change the battery. It should be new. Hold on, let me check out something here. Yeah. Should have hold on underneath. I've been seeing cormorants fairly regularly. Just in my own area, there are some, and there's that. I've been visiting a bird watching spot, and I've seen them there. For a couple days, it was only like one, and I don't know if it was the same one each time, but recently I've seen a few, so. Gotta admit, it's nice to see. It's nice to see the various species, you know, showing up. You know, you see the transition from winter to spring. And I was just telling someone, I think yesterday, that you know, the day before I had just been sitting there and thinking and. Oh, I see an eagle in the air, bald eagle. Adult. But anyway, I had been sitting there and thinking, oh, I like spring. But I like winter too. Yeah, I like fall. No, actually, it was, I think I said fall. I was like, yeah, winter's been good. I liked winter. Spring is good. I said I really like spring. And then I skipped over to fall. Oh, but I like summer too. I mean, I was like, I just like kind of mentally threw up my hands. Yeah, I like them all, you know. And, you know, I have to say a lot of that has been because of bird watching for me. I mean, you know, sure. I guess I've always liked some things about every season, sure, but sometimes I used to almost dread winter, and now, because of, some of the things we get to see in winter, I in some ways look forward to it. And as I've said before, I don't want to drive in deep snow, and I don't want to deal with the muck and mud and all that nonsense. That that I'm not interested in. But in terms of bird watching, there's a lot to like about winter. Wouldn't think it to be true, but it is. So we're hearing frogs, or at least I believe they're frogs, to our left. And nothing is going on over here, by the way, that I can see. Hold on. There are a few shovelers over here. Last week, as I drove home, it was dark, and just driving home, my windows were closed, but there were a couple spots where I could really hear the frogs. So, I see tree swallows over here, well, in the air, a few of them anyway, flying around. And I even, as I was driving along, I didn't leave the windows open, but I lowered them in one or two spots, and it was just to confirm, oh yeah, I'm hearing tree frogs, or whatever they are. Now, when we were at Sapsucker last week, there were a couple spots where you could hear them, but they were not, we weren't at full volume by any means. Driving me crazy. blank screen. Is it still a black screen? I hope I don't have a problem too, but let me, I want to see if it's a camera issue or not, or if there's something else going on. That wire was just replaced last week, so it should be in good shape. I was going to do something else in terms of connecting all the various pieces, but then I just didn't like how it was working out when I was looking at it yesterday, so I need to give it more time and thought. Just heard a song sparrow. Of course, that stretch that we were just in is sometimes a problem, so maybe that was that. I don't know. I want to switch cameras for the sake of switching cameras. Let's see if we can do. Okay, seems like we're in good shape, or at least I think we are. You know, there's a chance the snow geese have taken off. I'm not sure. I thought I just saw white birds in the air, but of course it could have been gulls, but I don't know. And now I don't see the birds I saw. Okay. not much going on. A lot of grasses here, just like there were last fall. Battery's getting, oh, come on. This is a different one. Great blue heron just flew overhead, or flew by, I should say. Okay, let's, well, we'll continue. The batteries are, well, I might as well change the battery, so hold on. Did someone not get the batteries ready? Where are the batteries? They're lost in here somewhere. Great. Just great. Where are they? Can't find them. I know they're here in the car, I just don't know where. They fell out of the bag that they're normally carried in. Hold on, I'm going to have to look. Okay, got them. I have to say, I was surprised, like I said, well, I said it already, I guess. I was surprised to see the rough-legged hawk. I don't know, I just assumed they would have been out of the area by now. Of course, we saw a couple weeks ago, 2 of them in the air, and so maybe I shouldn't be that surprised, but I don't know, I just would have thought they would have moved on by now. Of course, I do very much enjoy seeing them, so, you know, any chance we get. I see a duck or 2 out there, I think. I think they're mallards. Number of great blue herons up ahead here. find just the right spot. Well, this is good, I guess. Let's take a look with this camera first, just a quick look. Switch to the other. It's a different eagle nest, but I don't believe we can tell if anyone's on there. So anyway, this little watering area has caught the attention of these great blue herons. No surprise necessarily that they would be here. Remember, as the heron flies, the rookery is not far away. We're going to move on. Very shortly. I want to check something else out. Hold on a second. Okay. All right, we're moving on. I'll leave this camera in place. birds, I don't know what they were. They were flying along. Maybe they were ducks, but they kind of, from what I could tell, lighting-wise, they were lighter in color. I don't know, but they were distant, and they dropped down below the viewing line, below the vegetation. You know, this stretch for us is just about always difficult in terms of lighting, and it's not necessarily, you know, the most active area, but sometimes we do get to see very nice things here, so it's definitely worth the time. Just heard a red-winged blackbird, and I see another great blue heron. Down here. We'll keep going. It is nice to be back on Wildlife Drive. Of course, you know, that means less time to spend elsewhere. I'm not sure if we're going to go to Van Dyne Spoor or not. Should have stopped sooner. I'd like to go there. I just don't know about, with this sunshine, we're going to see the same sorts of things, just maybe worse here in terms of conditions. Let's get everything back in the car. I think we might as well. I think I see the rough-legged hawk again. It's distant, though. That's the problem. Starting to get somewhat kind of sort of closer. So we're going to try to get it back on camera. Oh, wait. Are there two? No, it's just one. There's another bird. Problem is I can't see my own camera screen. You know, it might be a harrier. Okay, let me go elsewhere. In the air, there's another similar something. So it may be a harrier, I'm not sure. Let me see if I can find it. I'm thinking harrier. And that, by the way, is harrier courtship, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. I see them there. That's not who I want to see. Whom? Oh, closer, maybe? Maybe not. Actually, I'm not sure. No, that looks like another heron coming. Yeah, it is another heron coming this way. A couple herons. I see no harriers in the air. No. All right, let's move on. It's my understanding that a male northern harrier will put on a display like that. They'll keep repeatedly climbing and then diving up and down, up and down. I'd like to see that, but better one of these days. But so we have a couple great blue herons, which I believe I had seen from back in that area. They seem to be headed in the general direction of the rookery. My thermometer is still reading 45 degrees, if it can be believed. It's 2:19, still very sunny. We're on Wildlife Drive, but about to finish Wildlife Drive. Geese to our left, at least one, maybe two. Now, you may recall last week, I believe I had checked and I had seen that there were snow geese here, somewhere in the main pool here, but I didn't see any signs of that today. We did see a few, we saw 3 snow geese And who knows, that they could have been just members of that flock from last week, or else maybe they just came along on their own. I don't know. We're gonna turn in here. Anyway, that was it for Wildlife Drive. I would say a nice visit to Wildlife Drive. Overall, we had a nice variety of stuff to look at. Let me just take a look at the rookery here. We're going to take just a quick look at the rookery. Hold on, let me go forward just a little. I don't want to go any further forward. Okay. Just a quick look. Conditions are tough, you can tell. Okay, we're gonna move on. We may come back. I don't know. It's just so tough seeing them, given the distance and the lighting. I wish it weren't that way, but it is. I mean, okay, hold on. I've got a car to wait for. Come on. Like I said, we may come back. I don't know. See some people out there on the deck at Maze Point, just looking. They don't look like they're photographing or anything like that, but I may be wrong. believe I just saw a tree swallow. Welcome to East Road, by the way. And I definitely see another tree swallow. I wouldn't say they're all back, but clearly I've seen tree swallows here and there. I mean, not just like today, but like, you know, throughout the week. And I see to our left an American robin. Hello, robin. Make it 3. And at least one more. 2, 3 more. Love the robins. Up on the pole ahead of us, at the top of the pole or something. Red-winged blackbird. Robin and tree, and I think red-winged blackbirds in the tree. Yeah, tree. Not a pole. Just saw a starling. 2 or 3 more. With the naked eye, I see oh, let's see. Could that be it? Got something going on with this camera. It's not behaving like it should. Not behaving like it should. Hold on. That's interesting. Okay. Oh, what do I see? I see something we don't normally see. Not here. So it looks like a male and female ring-necked pheasant. Oh, wait, hold on. Yeah, I think it's just the 2 of them. Let me find them again. Song sparrow. So often, I mean, you think about it, the context is important. You know, for us to see one here, for us, I mean, that's a rarity. Again, for us, I don't know if I've ever seen one here before. Maybe I have, but I don't believe so. But we've seen, you know, literally hundreds or even thousands of them at the pheasant farm in Ithaca. So, you know, where'd they go? The male's right there. And the female is... she's much harder to see. Oh, there she is. I'm hearing a cardinal. Beautiful birds. Beautiful birds. Okay, who's flying in here? Hold on, let me look with binoculars. I see some pigeons in the air. And we're going to continue on. Let's leave the pheasants alone. I'll leave this camera in place. You know what, maybe I should turn around. I think I'll do that. So we can look at the whatever birds were down there at ground level a little better, down in the water below. I don't see them with the naked eye, but I'm guessing mallard or American black duck. I believe I see northern shovelers. That's yeah, definitely a male. Another shoveler or two there. I had seen a I'm not sure who these guys are. Oh, are they teals? Green-winged teals, maybe? I would say. Maybe I'm wrong. I had seen a Canada goose, but I don't know where it is now. Let me take a quick look with binoculars. 1 second here. Very dark. They look like, I'm guessing American black duck, but I don't know. Tough conditions. not a lot of activity. Maybe not that surprising either. Although I would expect, as things progress through the warmer months, we'll have times when maybe we'll see quite a few herons here, maybe some great egrets, etc. I think we're gonna move on. I think that's a good idea. Nice to see the pheasants, though. Of course, that leaves us with a question. Where did those pheasants come from? Were they, some of the ones released? Because pheasants are not, from what I understand, native to, the country, but certainly not New York State. I didn't look very hard, but I didn't see them again. Now, I have to admit, I didn't look thoroughly to see if maybe, for instance, are there any sandhill cranes here? We're going to turn around and look again at some things. There's some other ducks here that I'm not sure what they are. They might be ringneck, but I'm not sure. Looks like a shoveler. I believe that's a green-winged teal. More teals. I'm thinking pied-billed grebe, but I may be wrong. No, it looks like one. What did I do? Sorry. Look like ringneck ducks to me. Sorry, I thought that might have been something. Oh, something is in the air, something large. Or larger, I should say. If I can find it. Looks like a northern harrier. I'd say more ringneck ducks, but I'm not positive. And let me just look quickly with binoculars to see if I can see anything else. I think I might see a pintail or two, maybe. Yes, those look like pintails. And I thought I saw... it's hard to see, we've got stuff in the way here. I'm not sure if I saw mallards or not. We may get back to them. Let's move the car just a little bit. Ring-necked. Again, I'm not sure if I've seen mallards or not down. Oh, down here maybe. Looks like it, mallards. All right, let me look around a little bit more. Just too much interference with the heat shimmer and everything. I think we're going to get going. Let's get going. Love coming here, but when it's that sunny, it's just tough over those long distances. To our right, in a tree, there are 6, 7 crows. To be up in the tree also, not exactly with them, and another one's on the ground, so. Here, and oh, 2 American kestrels on the wires to our left. I'm not going to stop for either of them. I'd love to see them both, but and one well, I was going to say one looked young. I don't know, but you know, they're skittish, so. Looks like the snow goose decoys have flown north. I don't see them. I do see some pigeons on the building to our left. Have to be mindful of the time. I mean, we're approaching 3 o'clock, and I know the days are longer than they used to be, but they're not that long. And there's a lot I want to see. Maybe we're okay. I think we're okay. If you're new to all this, by the way, you might not realize that this sunshine causes that heat shimmer regardless of the time of year. I mean, it'll do it in winter as well. So it's not just a matter, it's a matter, I think, of just things being warmed by the sun that gives a differential in temperature, and it just causes problems. To our left on a tree, I see what looks like most likely a red-tailed hawk. So anyway, I prefer, when we're looking over long distances, I really prefer it to be just a bright cloudy day as opposed to a sunny day where that sunshine is really heating the ground. And it happens over water as well. I mean, when the sun is coming down, if we look out on Cayuga Lake on a really sunny day, it can be tough to see long distances. Why it was so wonderful to see those snow geese a couple weeks ago, as close as they were, and rather than being backlit, they were lit directly for us. It was wonderful. It was bright enough sunlight, but it wasn't. Just didn't seem to be really heating things up to the point where it caused that heat shimmer. So we had, again, the geese weren't that far away, so we had some nice looks. yard. I don't really be staring. I'm winding down my own bird feeding. You know, winter is essentially over, so I'm not buying any more of the suet products, but I am using up some bird seed that I have. And it's not that I'm thinking, oh, it's a bad idea to feed the birds in the warmer months, they don't need it, or I'm not saying that. I mean, there are benefits to feeding them. I show them Vultures. But in order to prevent mess and to prevent disturbance of my neighbors, etc., I'm cutting things back. And you know, the ones who are causing all the disruption are the grackles and the starlings, really. Those two species are really, they're dominating everything. They're making more of a mess, and, you know. And last week we were lucky enough to hear and then eventually see some rusty blackbirds. And as it happens, not last night, the night before, I was at my local birding spot and I never saw them, but I definitely heard them, and I was pretty sure they were rusty blackbirds. And as it happens, the person who checks things on behalf of eBird in that area was there, and he agreed. In fact, he had already heard them, that they were rusty blackbirds. Now I realize we're here and it's sunny and the conditions might be very, very difficult, but you never know, we might see something interesting. If we have a little bit of luck, maybe we'll see it well. It's been quiet driving through here so far, though. I believe we're hearing cardinals, if I'm not mistaken. Sounds like a cardinal chip note. Northern cardinal. And, oh, I just saw a red-bellied woodpecker. Wouldn't mind a good look at one. Hold on. I saw the red-bellied woodpecker, and it was up higher than it flew down to. Oh, there it was. Shoot. And no, I can't see it. It's on the other side of a tree. You know, I love to see birds like on the feeder cam, but when you see one in a natural environment, it's just better. Natural setting. Got a car coming through, so it's probably going to ruin our view. They've stopped, but okay, they're driving through. That wasn't bad. Another car coming through the other way this time. So again, we're looking at a red-bellied woodpecker. Now, obviously there's a reddish cap that it has, and it's hard to see any kind of red on the belly, but that's the way names work. Go, 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 go. Oops. Sorry, I lost track of it somehow. There it is. I just heard a chickadee. Black-capped chickadee. We'll watch just a few more moments, but nice to see this red-bellied woodpecker. I might be hearing a second one, I'm not sure. Oh, maybe not. I don't know. We're gonna back up. See if we can change the angle and maybe improve it. Maybe not. All depends on if we can get a clear line of sight. This might be good. Not sure if I hear rusties or not, rusty blackbirds. I hear pileated. Love to see it pileated like this. You know, in this way we just saw this red-bellied. And I might hear a hairy or a downy. I'm not sure which. As for the red-bellied, I can't see it right now. I think it's still around, but I just can't see it. I see a robin. Oh, the red-bellied is... The red-bellied is on this tree here. There it is. But it's on the other, the far side of it. Love to see the pileated. And we heard the brrr. That was the, oh, there goes the red-bellied. Just flew off. Good to see. And we definitely heard a hairy woodpecker. And definitely heard the pileated. I'm waiting to see if maybe the pileated comes along, but I don't see it. We just heard it again. All right, let's keep going. I hear common grackles. Definitely. Okay, we're going to switch cameras. More grackles in the air. I just saw a red-winged blackbird. Let's see a song sparrow. My goodness. One of these days, these wires are going to cause profanity. Drives me crazy. They get caught on so many things, and there are a lot of things they get caught on. I mean, but still. There's water here, but not that much. I mean, it's not like it's all covered with open water. The vegetation grew through, you know, last year, and it's still very obvious that it was here. I'm gonna look at something. Hold on. Not much activity here bird-wise, or at least not that I can see. I mean, there may be quite a few birds here for all I know, and the grasses and everything, but like in terms of just as we drive through to the naked eye, I don't see much. Just heard a song sparrow. But, you know, you have to remember that this area here, it's not strictly about like the, you know, any ducks that might be here, for instance, or, you know, any of the herons or great egrets or anything like that. I mean, last year, you may recall, I mean, you know, you can't read my mind, of course, but there were times when it's like, okay, you know, maybe this will be our last visit here. By the way, I do see a couple ducks in the air. I'm not sure what they are yet. Mallards. But, like, you know, we'd come here and then we saw, for instance, a lot of, and enjoyed watching a lot of killdeer. We even saw killdeer mating last year, and we had been looking right at them when it happened, so we were, you know, in a good place to see that. Towards this end, there's quite a bit of water, and quite honestly, well, I'm not going to say the conditions are perfect, but not quite as bad. You know, I don't remember if I checked the forecast specifically for this area, but you know, the greater Montezuma area, but I do remember seeing something about increasing clouds. Now it's still, you know, I'm not saying it's really cloudy, but maybe the clouds will increase a little bit, help us out here and there. In terms of seeing things obviously on the water, I'm not seeing much, if anything. So we may just turn around and continue on. I am, you know, somewhat concerned with the time. There is a great blue heron. Let's see it. Let's just... And in the air, I see an osprey. I can't see my own camera screen just because of the way things are working here. Oh, that's better. I can't get it. But anyway, back to the great blue heron. There's one there. Just caught a fish. Just caught it. But there's not much activity here in terms of ducks that I can see. Maybe a little bit, but not much. Here, Canada goose. All right, let me just set you down and look around a little bit with binoculars, just a little. That osprey is a little closer now. Actually, a lot closer. Oh, shoot. Let's see if we can catch up to things. Hold on. Oh, there are 2 ospreys. I think. Maybe not. No, there are 2. There are 2. One is closer than the other. Oh, that's not an osprey. That's an eagle. I think I must have looked at that as a bald eagle. And we haven't looked yet at the eagle nest. Maybe we'll do that in a moment, but having a hard time. There it is. It's getting harder to stay with it just because we're in the car here. Well, let's go to the nest. Come on. Just a quick look at the nest. I think we're going to leave the area pretty soon. If I can find the nest. It's tough to see if there's any activity there, at least from this angle. I think we're gonna move along. Like I said, it's pretty quiet here. Those are blue-winged. I see a blue-winged teal, no question. I'm not sure what else we're seeing, but I saw that white stripe on the face of the male. Good to see. Green-winged teals, I think. I've lost him. I do see Canada geese. We've heard them, but I mean, I definitely see them. But I see something else. I'm not sure what they are. The geese are up here. I can't tell. I mean, I can't tell what they are. All right, I think we're going to get going. Oops. Not the most active we've ever seen it here, but you know, that wasn't really terribly bad. And actually I liked, on the way in, I definitely liked seeing that red-bellied woodpecker. And who knows, maybe on the way out we'll see something else that's really interesting. But these views, I mean, even seeing, for instance, the blue-winged teal, sure, they're there, but I mean, we didn't see them well. As I've said before, I'm not, you know, I don't come to these places just to simply check species off of a list. I want to see them well. I think it was a tree swallow, but I'm not sure. Fairly sure, but not positive. One of the ospreys, or the osprey, is out there, well out there, just doing its hovering thing. They are really a pleasure to watch when they're going after fish. So impressive. sight of something in the air, but it may have been a mourning dove, but it might have been, I don't know. Well, I just heard a mourning dove, so. I'm not sure if I heard a swamp sparrow too or not. Robin. Just about it for Van Dyne Spoor. Not too bad. I mean, it could have been better, sure, but I guess ultimately when thinking about any area, and when you're done with it, I mean, the question is, was there a reason why you were glad you ended up going? And for us, at least for me in this case, it was nice to see that red-bellied woodpecker as well as we did. Common grackles to our right. We've seen them before, and usually we don't get the opportunity for a nice close-up or anything like that. And so that was nice to look at them that way, look at that one that way. And as I said while we were watching it, I think they're probably seeing, for instance, that sapsucker on the feeder cam. And it's nice to see them, but to me, if you can, it's better to see it see a bird in a natural environment or natural setting, as opposed to a bird feeder. I told you weeks ago, still snowy and colder, that I was seeing a Carolina wren at my bird feeder, and that was wonderful. I was glad to see it. But, and I couldn't really take good pictures of it just because of, the angles involved in looking through glass. There's a crow to our left. And, not sure if those were starlings. So even if I hadn't had to deal with the looking through glass and everything, it would have been nice to see it, sure, but in terms of like posting a photo or something like that, if I ever wanted to post photo or video, I'd rather it be in a natural setting as opposed to on a feeder of any sort. Just my opinion. To our right, what do I see? Are those turkeys? They look like turkeys because they are turkeys. Okay. 3 of them, anyway, that I can see. Now, they are skittish from what I understand. I don't want to... I'm tempted to reorient the car. But there they is. We could get closer, but by the time we do, and actually they're probably in someone's yard. Well, they look like they're in the field here. We're gonna keep going, I think. What I really want one of these days is to see turkeys, get a chance for close-ups, and maybe even get a chance to see. I think there are 4 turkeys actually. Maybe even get a chance to see, a courtship display. I've only seen one, I think, such display before, and it was brief. And I don't even know if it was meant that way or if it was just meant to stretch out, some wings and feathers. I really don't know. And it was, can't remember the date, but I think it was, fairly recently, and I happened to look out my own window and saw a turkey, but unfortunately, the lighting conditions were just terrible. And there's all kinds of the usual heat shimmer and everything, and it was backlit. It was just awful. And then I think by the time I did something to at least maybe get rid of some of the problems, it was gone. Don't know where it went. it's just been a nice thing to do now. I just go there, after work, and only for usually a short period of time. And my intention is to keep doing that for a while until everything grows in and you can't really see anything anymore. But and that will happen. But it's just, it's a reward at the end of the day. You get to go there, and it's great because sometimes something will drop by that I've maybe myself never seen before, or seen only rarely. It's just a nice thing. Now, I haven't had any surprises this year. Sometimes it's not even necessarily like a species I, might never have seen before. But last year, for instance, I remember seeing for the first time, my first time seeing, was a female common merganser and her ducklings, and got to see them on a few occasions, and they were just wonderful to see. Just a little way that birds can enrich a life and just make make things more enjoyable. It's one of the reasons why I keep suggesting. But sometimes I gather that some of my family members are, I'm not saying they're interested in real bird watching, but if they see something, if they see an interesting bird photo, or if they're driving along and if they see, for instance, a bald eagle and they get a good look at it, I think it gets them to just stop and wonder for a moment, or, maybe appreciate it. And I just wonder if any of them actually, gave it more of a try. Not necessarily, go bird watch, get you outside. I mean, some people like to play golf, for instance, just because, it's just something to do outside. Okay, fine. So is bird watching. Pigeons to our right. Once you have binoculars, maybe a camera, maybe a scope if you want. I mean, that's it. There's a crow up above us. You don't have to. Like, golf clubs cost money, and greens fees cost money, and all that. A golf cart if you rent that. Up here in the middle of winter, there aren't too many opportunities to go golfing, but you can go bird watching. I'm seeing in the air a couple of great blue herons. I see a Canada goose. Make it two on the ground. And I just saw a red-winged blackbird. And I see some humans on the deck. One with a camera, at least. 50 degrees, if my thermometer can be believed. And some sparrow just flew across the road. I think it was a sparrow. Red-winged blackbird. No, I'm sorry, common grackle. Oh, that's too bad. You may recall, right around here, there had been, come on wire, some sort of dead tree with a hole in it that was good for, one year we watched a great crested flycatcher nest there. Well, that tree's gone, or at least the top of it is. There's something going on with this. I don't know what is going on with the battery power on this camera today. Osprey. Uh-oh. Look at that. Just heard, I believe, a song sparrow. Just saw a couple pigeons. I think what I'm going to do is our usual. I'm going to, I'll get out of the car and take a look to see if there's anything interesting that we want to spend time on here at Mays Point. If not, we'll move along. It's too bad about whatever that tree was that had the potential bird nest, because it's been nice to see some things there over the years. I get the feeling there's not much here at Mays Point, but I'm going to go and take a look. Just get situated here. I don't know if we're going to even bother stopping at Shockey Pool, quite honestly. We might not. Maybe I shouldn't say that. I don't know. Just getting some things ready so I can get out there. I'll be right back. Okay, we're leaving. Not much activity. There were some red-winged blackbirds, a few Canada geese, bald eagle in its nest, some hawks up high. Couldn't tell what they were. I think red-tailed, but I'm not sure. And a couple of greater yellowlegs, shorebirds. And I didn't see much else. Some people there said that they had seen some green-winged teals, but I didn't see them, so, you know. I'm not saying they're liars, but I didn't see them. So, I wouldn't count them if I were, like, doing a checklist. At one point, just very briefly, the bald eagle in the nest had either moved or something happened. Maybe the light changed, but he could really see that white head above the nest. It was pretty obvious. And just briefly. I see something else in the air. Probably a heron. Yeah, it is. Okay. Great blue heron. Something? What is it? I'm guessing, I would guess, red-tailed hawk. Red-tailed hawk over here. Let's take a quick stop here. I'll climb the tower, I think, and just look to see if there's anything particularly interesting, or if maybe we have some kind of special view of something. If not, we'll close up and then I'll head to Ithaca. I don't think we're going to continue together driving, just because there wasn't that much on my way up. Be right back. Well, all right. Here's the deal. I saw the usuals. I don't know if I saw any great blue herons or not, actually. But red-winged blackbirds are singing and flying around, and some other things in the distance. But there's something out there that's white and covered by the grasses, and I don't know what it is. I can't tell what it is. It could be something large. It could be like a swan, or possibly a great egret. I kind of doubt it. Or it could be just like, let's say, a gull on a mound, and it's up higher. I just saw a great blue heron. It's up higher relative to the grasses, so maybe that's why I'm seeing it as I am. But I think what I'm going to do is we're gonna shut things down, just because to save time and everything. I'm just gonna take a quick look on my own. I'm going to take my scope up there and I'm going to take a look, because I really wouldn't mind knowing what it is. But I think we're going to shut down. I'm going to take just a few minutes here, and myself after I shut down, and I'll head to Ithaca. So let's say roughly 5:45, maybe a little sooner, maybe a little later. Okay, everybody, 5:45 in Ithaca. Hopefully. Okay, let me see if you got the message. Okay, you got the message, so I'll see you all in a little while. Bye-bye.